Hi guys, this is BS that I had to put up with from the avoidant, okay? As my brother put it very eloquently in the beginning of this relationship, I did not meet management. I met the representatives. Representatives were great. They promised me all of these things that management at the end said we can deliver on none of these. So relationship was going well, right? Like I thought again, representatives I thought were not crazy. So I moved them in. We decided to cohabitate. And this is where management came in. This is where the crazy came in. Literally, as they're moving the stuff in, I was told their rules. Now, I'm trying to be respectful. I know they're coming from another home. And, we had rules too. We only had like two rules in my house. It's like we share and we try not to be dicks. That's really the end of the list, right? But no. There were rules. And so I was like, okay, what are the rules? She said, okay, every night, my oldest daughter needs a quiet place so she can draw and have a quiet place of reflection. I'm like, she has a room. She shares the room with her sister, but she has a room. She can draw in her room. She's like, no. She needs another space in the house dedicated to her, which would be fine. I'm not saying that's not a unreasonable request. It's unreasonable because eight people in this house. It was like eight people in the house. I too want a quiet place of reflection and contemplation. Dead serious. She needed that. So I accommodated, made a space in the garage, and she had a couch, TV, everything. Never used it. I was yelled at. I was like, wait a minute, like out in the garage, you're a terrible human. I'm like, garage is heated, there's a couch and TV in there. Like, I go out and hide there sometimes. Okay. So got that rule under my belt. Second, her middle daughter had to have a warm shower every day, 8 o'clock at night, right? Which sounds not unreasonable. Again, I got eight people in his house, two bathrooms, okay? So it needed to be hot. If it was a cold shower, it would be a problem. There would be a fit, and it would just be a long night for everybody. So I had to relay it to my children, all right, that from the time of 7:30 to 8:30 at night, nobody was allowed to shower or do laundry. Otherwise, it was a problem. I realize now I was just rewarding bad behavior. And like again, I don't do that with my kids, but that she obviously did that with her kids. And it became a problem because my kids started noticing that there were two different sets of rules. Okay, moving on. Her youngest son, if he ever lost his charger, his phone, iPad charger, whatever, if he ever lost that, it was an all hands on deck mission for everybody who was in screaming distance of this child to drop what they were doing and look for that charger. Otherwise, yeah, you can pick up on the pattern. It was a long day at the office. So it's like, all right, like, okay, like rules, like, and the thing is too, like, these weren't just the three, like, rules evolved more as they stayed longer. Like the middle daughter wanted everybody in bed, including her sister, at 8:30 at night. If her sister was not in bed with her, and you mind you that the sister's 13 at the time. If the sister was not in bed, they had a bunk bed situation going. If the sister was not in bed with her by 8:30 at night, that was a screaming fit. Also, nobody was allowed downstairs or allowed to make any noise because their room was downstairs while she was sleeping. Otherwise, she would call her mom, and her mom would have like mom would go to me, and I'd have to quiet any noise that was in the house. Like I get it on a school night, Saturday night. Like I let my kids stay up a little later, so that was like kind of an unfair rule for them. It's another rule. Before her son would get into my car, I had to take the car to the car wash. I then had to clean the car after the car wash was done. The child then had to inspect my car before he deemed it worthy to jump into. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. They also had another rule that they would take they were like their wet towels rather than like I don't know washing them and then throwing them in the dryer or like hanging them up when they were like on a bathroom door or a handle or something like that. They would take their wet towels, and it was a rule. They were allowed to put their wet towels on my nice wood dining room furniture. When I went to them and like, "Hey guys, like I have a rule. Like this is weird. Like we're not doing this." They're like, "We don't get it. We did this all the time at our other house." I'm like, "Yeah, but like that's my nice thing. You put your wet towels on. Terrible, terrible, terrible." So the problem also that I had with these rules was it wasn't like both sides at this point. I look at this now and I'm taking the clown makeup off, were contributing equally financially to the living situation. The people being told what the new rules were paying for everything. It was like when they came in, it's like I got four additional children, only those children were my bosses. So this is why like I kind of go and I'm like, look, like before you do the whole cohabitation thing with some of these avoidant narcissist type people, you really have to have a bunch of serious conversations before you do, and you have to see if you align both in the expectations of the house and also expectations financially. Because they came in, and I was like, wait a minute, I need to speak to management here. This I feel like this is a bait and switch because I had a bunch of normal people over here, and the people that are here now, like these are nutballs. I don't know. Like, let me know if anything like this has happened to you when you're trying to do the cohabitation thing. But yeah, like it was an ever growing list of rules and the penalties, say the penalties, the screaming and the kicking of my furniture got more severe as new rules were implemented. Follow for more cool stuff at the store.